Hello, you marvelous makeup mavens. Today's tutorial is actually more of a review of some of my favorite drugstore dupes. So these are products that you can find on both ends of the budget spectrum. So if your beauty's on a budget and you can't spend a whole lot of money, I have some great products I'm going to show you. Everything I'm showing you today is under 10 bucks, which is really exciting. I'm going to cover a variety of products from mascaras to lipstick and everything in between. Now, I want to start off this video by saying that I try really hard in my tutorials to use a mixture of prestige and mass products. Having said that, I am sometimes a little bit of a snob when it comes to makeup. So if ever you feel like maybe I'm not using enough drugstore brand stuff, let me know. I try to be as inclusive as possible with my tutorials because I know not everybody has, you know, the same amount of money to spend $50 on mascara. So having said that, let's get started. So one of my favorite mascaras is by Estee Lauder. I love all of the Estee Lauder products, from skincare to cosmetics. It's one of the best lines. The Sumptuous Extreme Mascara is really one of my go-tos. For length and volume, it's really a lash multiplying formula. So I'll show you the package first, actually. It's this gorgeous gold tube. Looks absolutely stunning when you pull it out of your handbag. But what's even greater is the formula. So the brush is this gorgeous tapered brush that starts off thick and thins out towards the bottom. This is going to enable you to get at, you know, the hard to reach lashes in the inner corner, the bottom lashes, and the outer lashes. You can really customize your formula. It's about length and volume. It's an ultra black formula and it's really creamy, so it doesn't dry out as fast as some of my other mascaras. But on my recent trip to Walmart, I think, I happened to find this brand, Revlon, everybody knows. They have a new mascara out called Grow Luscious Plumping. Grow Luscious is their line of like mascaras that are enriched with a lash thickening serum. The plumping mascara in particular, the brush is almost identical to the Estee Lauder. I'll show you side by side. You can almost not tell the difference between them. What I love about the Grow Luscious is that it's got, as I said, that lash growth formula to it. So it'll actually help to grow your lashes as you wear it. It also comes in a jet black, a medium black, and a black brown, same as the Sumptuous Extreme. So I love that you have the color options. This one, Estee Lauder, sells for almost $40, and this I got for $9, so under 10. On the subject of eyes, we'll talk a little bit about eyeshadow primer. I'm a big fan of priming my eyelids before I apply shadow because it makes your shadow last longer, you use less, the color's more saturated. We can go on and on about the importance of primers. And one of the primers that are sort of my go-to is the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. It's got a doe foot applicator and it goes on translucent. There's really no color that gets applied with it. It dries matte and then you'll put your shadow on top of it. It's a long wear water resistant formula. This sells for I think $25, but I found one very similar from a brand called Elf Cosmetics. Elf in Canada is a little bit tricky to find. I usually buy mine online. I know some retailers have the brand, not all. I know Target in the States sells the whole collection. That's actually where I got this, but I buy most of my Elf stuff online. I just happen to be in Watertown. And I bought this. So also a doe foot applicator, also transparent, no color, dries matte. You apply your shadow on top, water resistant. I've tested this one out on some of my bridal makeup and I've actually been really impressed with the performance. It photographs well, it slides on really easily, you don't have to do a whole lot of blending, and I mean, you can see it's identical to the Smashbox. This sells for $3, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay. So the next product I want to talk about is eyeliners. Now, eyeliners can get a little bit tricky because the trends are always changing. You can go from purple being really hot to mint green to blues to browns. Sometimes you want to spend a whole lot of money on an eyeliner. Sometimes you don't. Especially when you get a trendy color that you may not be wearing all that often, like the Sephora Flashy Liner in Flashy Blue, which is this color here. You can't always justify spending $25 on a liner that you're probably only going to wear once or twice. So I was doing a little digging and I found this awesome brand called Annabelle. They have smudge liners and smooth liners that apply virtually identically to the Sephora Flashy Liner, except they're half the price. Sephora Flashy Liners are inexpensive to begin with. I think maybe they're 15, but I got these for $6. What's great about the smudge liners is they come with a little sponge on the end so you can smudge it out. And there's literally a million colors to choose from. So this one here is called Wahine Blue. It's a little bit different from the Sephora one, but mainly I was searching for the right sort of texture. The colors, I mean, there's a rainbow of colors. I couldn't buy them all as much as I wanted to. So the middle, the middle is the Sephora, and then the other two are Annabelle's. You can sort of see from the texture, creamy, rich, saturated pigment, water resistant formula, and a lot less expensive. The smudge liners also come in black, and I actually have a Sephora flashy liner in black that I'm gonna smudge right there. And then the Annabelle smudge liner, also in black. They're identical. Like, it's exactly the same thing. And these were like $5. And the Sephora is like, I think 15. So saves you some money, especially for trendy colors. The last thing we're going to talk about is lipstick. Now, with lipsticks, I am definitely a snob. I love the feeling of the luxury lipsticks. They're creamy, they're rich, the pigments are really beautiful. One of my favorite reds in the entire world is actually by Kat Von D, which I don't necessarily know I would call a luxury brand, but it's definitely more expensive. This color is called Hellbent, and it's this beautiful blue red. It's a very neutral red, so if you're dark skin, if you're light skin, you know, fair, red hair, brown hair, I really like the look of Hellbent. It's a great neutral. I've used this on a variety of skin tones and it looks really great. But the Kat Von D lipsticks I think sell for $25. So if you're on a budget, maybe a little too expensive. So I was, you know, messing about in the cosmetics department at Shoppers, and CoverGirl makes a brand of lipsticks. I'm not exactly sure. It just says CoverGirl. The name of the shade that I found is called 355. It's called Tempt, and it's virtually identical to the Kat Von D. They're literally the same. So this is Kat Von D, and then that's the CoverGirl. The texture is also very similar. The finish of the CoverGirl is just a little bit wetter from the Kat Von D, but I actually usually add gloss to Kat Von D to make it a little more shiny, so I actually really like these. The cool thing about CoverGirl lipsticks were that they had a whole pile of really trendy shades, so if you've always wanted to try out that neon orange lip or like a really gorgeous fuchsia, they had a whole lot of like really vibrant shades, very similar to like Makeup Forever. So I was really impressed by the texture, and I think this was like $8, so really inexpensive. So that's the end of my quick little drugstore dupe video. I hope that I've been informative and maybe shown you some things that you've passed by. Let me know your feedback if you've tried some of these products, or maybe some of your own drugstore dupes that you found that you absolutely love. Let's share the love. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great day.